Let me tell you how I planned my wedding with just 500,000 naira. Hold up before you crucify me. Anyways, let me tell you how to plan a wedding on a budget. If this is the kind of video you want to see, like this video and grab your pen and papers because I'm going to be dropping some tea. As you can see, I'm talking out of experience. But yeah, that's just it. Let me tell you things to consider when planning a wedding on a budget in 2025. Yes. It is the fact that a lot of people have now embraced the idea of an intimate wedding. Intimate wedding in the sense that your guests are just close friends, family, and relatives. It is always so lovely. Anyways, I am going to be sharing a few tips on things to consider when planning an intimate wedding and also when planning a wedding on a budget. Yeah, and while I say all this, I am going to be making up, so this is more like a get ready with me chit chat video. So yeah, let us go right into this video. So when it comes to planning a wedding, when it comes to planning an intimate wedding and also a wedding on a budget, the first thing you want to consider is first of all your budget. Let me try to squeeze out my moisturizer. I wonder why it's acting as if it doesn't want to come out. Are you shy? Okay, let's continue. So make sure that the first thing you do is to set your budget. I feel like in all you do, in every planning, I don't even think it is just limited to wedding ceremonies. In every planning, what you need to do is first of all sit down with your partner and state your budget and also set your priorities right. Make sure that you have said, okay, this is the amount we want to be spending on this wedding. This is the amount I want to spend on this wedding. Make sure you do that, because if you don't do it, you find yourself spending way more than you would have spent or way out of your pocket. That is because you did not sit down to strategize, you did not sit down to plan, and you did not set out that money out and be like, okay, this is the money, or this is it, or this money I'm not touching it. If you set your budget, you find yourself working within that budget. Even if you want to go above the budget, you wouldn't go way too far from the budget. You understand what I mean? Is, so let's say for example you've set out like 5 million naira for your wedding. You will find yourself working just within or around that 5 million naira. And if at all maybe things become so expensive that you would want to go above that 5 million naira, you might be doing maybe 5.2 or 5.5. But then if you do not even say, okay, this is the amount I want to use for my wedding ceremony, you end up using up to like 10, 12 million. That is because you did not plan it. So when you're planning a wedding, make sure that you list your top priorities. If a priority for you in your wedding ceremony is food, work on food. If your priorities is maybe your dress or your reception or maybe your cake, make sure that whatever you do, you specifically put in more effort and more money on those priorities. But then this has to also be within the budget. Do not forget, write this down. In fact, make sure that you're taking notes. And always remember to do what matters most to you. Remember what matters most to you. Remember, it is your wedding day, and then that is just the only day in your life that you're ever going to be having a wedding ceremony. Please, please, and please focus on what matters most to you. Don't listen to maybe what friends will say or what family members will say or what your guests will think about you. No, don't do that. That will be like the biggest mistake you'd ever make in your life, thinking about what other people thinking about other people first before putting yourself first. No, no, no. Please, please, and please, this one is a plea. Ensure that whatever you are planning on your wedding day is you first. Be selfish. Be selfish, oh, because if you are not selfish, you might end up regretting the whole day, because you find out that, oh, you've done things to please people, to please your guests, or maybe to please your friends, or to please your family members, rather than pleasing your own self, rather than what you want to do for your wedding ceremony. You understand that kind of thing? It's quite difficult filming and also doing your makeup. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it now. Because I'm talking, I'm looking for things. Okay, I think I found what I'm looking for. The next thing to do after setting your budget and also your priorities is to set a date. When my husband and I were planning our wedding, we had started plans, but then we've not set a date yet. We did not set a date, and because of that, we did not like have a clear picture, or we it felt like every other decision that we were making, we were not certain. But immediately we picked a date, we now knew, okay, we are working with this day. So it made us to be more serious, I would say. It made us to buckle up. It made us understand that, okay, oh, you are now planning something very, very serious. But while you're picking a date, try to pick a date that works best for you and your guests. If most of your guests are Muslims, try to consider dates that will favor them, especially when it comes to like a time of fasting like this. But then if your guests are not Muslims, try to pick like a date where you think or you feel like will be okay for both you and your guests. But picking a date before even starting your own wedding planning is going to help you be more precise with your planning. Now I am looking for my beauty blender. Guys, guess what? Max, our dog, ate my beauty blender. Tell me why Max will eat my beauty blender. I don't even understand this dog. So after picking a date, the next thing you need to do is also pick a venue. Now, picking a venue can be very tricky. Don't forget to consider the weather. In all you do, do not forget to consider the weather, because you might want to do a garden wedding, but then you want to even try that in a during rainy season. Don't make that mistake. I think I saw a video of a wedding reception where the old ashrebi ladies and the bride were dancing under the rain, but I think they did that particular type of wedding in the wrong season. Having a garden wedding can be so beautiful. I think I've done like a little I've done too much foundation on my forehead. Yeah. Having a garden wedding can be very, very beautiful. But please, while doing that, consider the weather. The next thing you want to do after booking your venue is to start booking your vendors. Now, in booking your vendors, commit them. You have to commit them. You don't have to pay them 100%. Yeah. But you have to make sure that you commit them so that they know that, oh, on this particular date, I have so clients, I have so thing to do. If it is a cake vendor, the cake will know that, oh, on the 18th of so date, I have a cake to deliver. And I don't even know, but I think I'm going to be saying you should have a backup plan for everything. I'm saying this out of experience. Have a backup plan in case any of your vendor fails you. I don't know how you want to do it, but I would recommend that you at least um, have maybe someone by the side that can do that thing. Why I'm saying that is because during my own wedding, we had a little disappointment from the decorator. But then, because we had a friend who was a decorator as well, was an event decorator also, she really helped in making sure things were really straight when it comes to the whole decoration thing. So in all you do, I'm not saying you should book two vendors. People go as far as booking two vendors for their ceremony. That's people who have the money. If you can pay two different vendors to come and do the same thing, good and fine. But if you cannot, just have a backup plan, because people will disappoint you. Do not hope on do not hope on anybody. I'm just going to be very 100% blunt with you. Do not hope on anybody. Don't think, oh, because I've already paid this vendor, oh, this vendor will never disappoint me. Ooh, 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 ooh. They play. So lock in your vendors, commit them. You can pay them 50%, you can pay them 70%. It depends on the whole agreement that you guys have made. Yeah, but don't pay them 100%, so that at least they will know that they have to deliver. That if they do not deliver, their balance is at stake, so that they don't begin to fumble and do anyhow. You understand? People, human beings. Most people are very difficult. You understand that kind of thing. So lock in your vendors, book them ahead, commit them, can pay them any amount you want to pay them, any percentage you want to pay them. Yeah. Now, after booking your vendors, the next thing you want to start doing is creating your guest list. When it comes to guest list, I have a whole lot to talk about regarding this old guest list. So, first thing first, you have to realistically set a number of guests that you are expecting. When it comes to inviting guests, it is the number of guests you invite that determine if your wedding is going to be an intimate wedding or if it's going to be more like an elaborate wedding. You can't tell me that a wedding of 2,000 guests is an intimate wedding. How did you have 2,000 family and close friends? How are you that popular? So that is not an intimate wedding at all. So yeah, when it comes to curating, or rather arranging, what's the English to use, organizing, writing, creating your guest list, you have to be very strict about this, because this is where you get to know if your wedding is going to be an intimate or not, like I said earlier. So first thing you want to do is start with an ideal number of guests realistically. If you have a really large family of, let's say, 500 people in your family, your immediate family, or immediate and extended family, they are up to 500. You can decide to invite maybe 50 out of the 500. You can either do by family head or you can either do by close friends. I feel like you can just divide your whole guest list into three sections. So your first group of invites can be your immediate family and close friends. Then the second can be extended families. Then the third group of your invites can now be the acquaintances and the obligatory invite, those people that maybe you want to they are like special people, like great people, maybe like village heads, or like your town sorry, maybe you are in a meeting group kind of a hand, those kind of people, you can now add them to your invite list. But remember to always be strict with your invite list. If you are not strict with it, you will end up having a whole lot of people. Now, let me relate this part to my own wedding. We had to also even be writing names of people we wanted to invite, because we needed to be strict. Planning a wedding is not really easy. When planning a wedding, you find out that you might even end up having enemies that you even do not know, that you will not even know that, oh, this person has made you an enemy just because you did not invite the person to your wedding, especially if you are planning an intimate wedding. Yeah. So I think that there are ways that you can respond to these people so that they don't feel like, oh, you did not invite them to your wedding. You can either tell them later when you see them, or later when you see someone that is like, oh, you didn't invite me to your wedding, you can now tell the person, oh, sorry, the venue that we picked was not really big, so we had to just do a small wedding in the venue. Blame something. You must not blame yourself. You have to blame another thing. Or you say, oh, sorry, the time that we fixed was so close that we just had to just do in-house something. Just look for something and say. Don't say that you wanted to have an intimate wedding. Oh, who wants to hear that? Because I feel like a lot of people expect that, oh, when you're doing your wedding, you have to invite everybody that you know. But no, it doesn't have to be that way. Another tip that can help you in being very strict with your invite list, ask yourself this question: have I spoken to this person recently? Is this person really close to me? If this person was to do a wedding and the person does not invite me, will I be angry? Ask yourself these few questions, because these questions will help you very strict. So please, except you want to have an open wedding, then you don't need to go through all this. But if you want to have like an intimate wedding for 50 guests, wedding for 30 guests, then you have to go through all this. One thing about planning a wedding, you can just tell two people that you're getting married. On the wedding day, you see like 10 people, from just that two people. So when you're also inviting people for your intimate wedding, you can do like us. You can do like an invite, like a one pass only. How do they say? Admit one only. There's a way they used to put that kind of invite, but it's just like invite for just one person. Or you can do you and one person, one other person, so that you don't end up having inviting just one person, but then that one person comes with five extra people, and that will be increasing your guest list. You understand that part? Also, when it comes to this whole inviting guests something, prioritize people that have been supportive so that you don't have a problem. Because when it comes to weddings like this, sometimes you might forget people, but there are some people that you should not forget. There are some people that you see them, and then when they tell you, oh, you didn't invite me to your wedding, you feel very bad. Yeah, those are people that have been supportive to either you or to your partner or to your family. Prioritize those people in your guest list. It is very, very important. You don't have to forget those kind of people. Oh. If you forget those kind of people, that would be you being a little. So I just want to do something really light. So here's my mirror. I hope you found this video insightful, helpful. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also like this video. Like this video. Hit on that like button. Smash it. I don't even want to see that like button there. Yeah, and also turn on post notifications so that whenever I upload, you don't miss any of my video. And thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for staying to the end of my chit chat. Get ready with me. Mhm. 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 As you can see. All right, guys. So thank you so much. I just said let me just do something really light. I hope this is light enough. I just hope this is mild and calm enough. Yeah. I also hope the lighting is not really making me look whitish. But overall, I love my makeup. I love how this turned out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.